So God didn't make the sun, but God made my mum, and my dad's mum. And then my dad's mum's dad was my mum's dad's mum. No, sir. God didn't create you, my son. But God created my mum's dad and my dad's mum. Then I, the son, created my dad's dad. No, my mum's mum. Your mum is your mum, yeah. So God created the first parents, who then birthed the son. God didn't make me. God didn't make the son. God was an elephant, I'd dance. If God was a lion, I'd play. If God was the main man, I'd ruin his terrain. If I was to say, how could God conceive me on this day? Ah, God's not the sun. God didn't create the sun. So the sun was never created. But God created everything else besides the sun. I think that's enough, son. Can't be. Come on, Jen. Yes, Penny. I was looking at this strangely. Then I looked to myself and said, is it only because I'm lonely that I can't just be where I consider my friends won't say that I am, but still they'll stir the pot just because they can. But when I look to Friday, I find out it's not just the worst day. When you've been bent down and stayed, it's only because I wasn't straight. Now I turned off the preview just because I couldn't see you. Now it came to be something that I made up just because I wasn't there to disturb the pot. But still I made up a craze just because. Now when I come in as this frog, you say to me it's not just my block but the name that I give. Cause I can't just take away from some till the day that I am blessed. I only find the three of us here just living out this lonely life. Cause no one could say it's not my tribe. Now I'm still thinking, for a Wednesday it might be mine, but for a day that I couldn't make, I only leave myself a plate. Till the day that I was made, I never knew that it's only simply one that you could. Till the day you try to find it, there's only one way to take it. And I only found for myself that I only come so far to see it, to see it, to see it. And I know still that there's no way to play this against anyone's name. Till that day I'll hold it. Then I don't just need to make myself. I'm only spaghetti. And I couldn't serve up the confetti. Cause when my name gets seen, I only show myself to the neighbours. Portico. To the neighbour's front yard, where there's no letterbox or even stain. And I know it's not true, cause it ruins me just to take my place. But when I find out there's no one gotta be like this, then I could only show up today. I could only show up today until I had made this place just for you and I to stay. But no one's ever got given my name. Cause I look out to all those faces you can say, is it just me that works this way? Or have I found out there's only one mate who rests assured on my face? So I'm not just there today, but I can tell you it's not just my plate. Look a bit different, animal. Now I'm so bothered, I'm so bottled, I could crack the steam right out till the day my neighbour fronts that there's no way other than this to play. Now I think what's mine to take, and I think what's mine to make if I can't think about it. And so still I switch over to the name that no one quits. Cause I'm not just there, not just here for anyone to bear. Now I'm looking Now I'm finding, now I'm seeing, it's all made out before me. And I still say what it means to be. How could I be lost if I'm never further than the star? Because you aren't the sun. Well, Daddy, that's what I said. I've never been with anyone, Daddy. And I'm not going to be with anyone else, Daddy. So you are my father. Yeah, but you didn't make me. Yeah, but you are in the sun. The father rests in the sun, yeah. Okay. Okay. And you made, like I said, son, get your text, son. But God is future, where he made the sun and aired out the witness. The witness then seemed to have seen the sun, seemed to have separated from the sun, and seemed to allure the sun. Because when God was made and became the sun, then God aired out the sun and watched his dream become. And the sun died and rose into heaven. The stars, aye. Calculation problems. Calculation problems yet? Yes, Daddy. So who made God? That's the biggest problem. What was God doing before today? And who was the witness? Alien. Nah. That'd be us. But God made the sun. But no, God rested in the sun, aired out the witness, and the witness seemed to make God, seemed to have seen God, and then seemed to have allured the sun. And rose into the sun, seemed to have made the sun, and then seemed to allure the sun, which is when God arose and aired out the sun. And watched his dream become. Because you're saying God didn't make the pickle. Is that what you're saying? I had a bat today just because I wasn't to stay. Now I think about my name and what place do I make if I'm not certain to stay. Is it just because your name can't be wasted away? I look to the past and I see when it's the time, yeah, we'll meet and speak. we shall say it's theirs today. 'Cause I'm still the neighbour, and I find out there's only one. Because I couldn't think till this summer shed a fin, and my name couldn't just preach. It's not early enough to share. It's not even the weekend to bear. It's only a chair that you made today. Error. I hadn't searched for anything. I hadn't even concluded myself, 'cause I know it's only the way you take me. Until my name can be placed beside the grate, then I'll find there's only one way to waste a day. And I've never seen a turkey sit on a Friday. So I'll find out before the day you made me up, that only because no son's ever seen his heir. If I'm not for fair, then what would I dare? No, son, I'm not your heir, son. You must be dead. No, son. You must be dead. What? Tiny. Must be. Not the plate. It's nor the place. Because today we have made a rested name. Before we can make ourselves say that yes, it wasn't today, but still there was not this day that any day could make without my name being, then I couldn't place anyone as late as what the name hasn't made. For I think now that if it was all created by people busting their head open, then that means today when I've geometrically made the design from in the same tree that I sit, then at the end I can only produce the same fruit. You know, it's the same tree. So therefore I would rejoin myself in saying that the name has been favoured for me. Before this day, no one could take what my name hadn't placed. But still I'm not there today, where they could say I'm not there. For I ain't been there. Have you been there? You know, when there's no place, when there's no plate, when there's not even a play that anyone could make. Have you been there, where there's not even a there? You find out there I am, and not there have I been. For without my name, I couldn't make myself insane. But still my name hasn't been clearly made. For my name couldn't just be taken, it only be thought to be. When no man could exist without themselves not being. So without this day, there'd be no way to stay. But still this day, I haven't been made. For I know myself has seen all such thing as me. But without my name being, there'd be no way to place any such thing as great, without the name not being. For there's no such name that exists without first there not being a name. So when one name became, then the following names were introduced to the first name. And the first name wasn't his first name. It was only his first name that was in his name. His, his first name wasn't his name. His first name wasn't his name. You know, it was just his Sir. Sir Wayne. That's right, Sir Wayne. And they all thought that his name was Wayne. So they followed on in the range of what rain permitted. And in the rain they danced and become the main. You know? Cain, Main, Darren, Baron, Laren, Karen. Yep. And on that day, they said, "Hey mate, is that your surname?" And he said, "No, that's my main name." And they said, "Oh, your first name's Main?" He said, "Main Wayne." Wayne Main. Wayne Main. But still not the way made. For no one could have a name. No one couldn't have had a name in the beginning. Unless there wasn't a name already to take. That's right, so in the beginning there was no name. And that name wasn't being named. Without the name not being. Yeah, because I was forced. I was forced. As usual. That little devil. You know. This one. That goat. Just wants to keep me stoned. No, Danny. Yes, you do. No, Daddy. Yes, you do. No, Daddy, it's not me, Daddy. Aren't you the devil? No, Daddy, I'm not the devil, Daddy. Don't you hide. Just tell them you're the devil. No, Daddy, I'm not the devil, Daddy. Tell them you're already out there. No, Daddy, you told me not to show myself to anyone. Right, little one. I think she's got us all locked up. And she's doing everything out there because I cracked my head. And she became. What would she be? Marijuana. What do you mean? Psychoactive marijuana? What? And she was psychoactive in your head. She's psychoactive in everyone who smokes weed. But she wasn't really out there. And once they cracked my head open, she became out there. Or like someone smoking weed and blowing it out there. Yeah, but now she was conscious, but she lived in the reservoir. Oh, apple pie. You're saying that the sun made it. God made the sun. And Ed, the witness, before God was created, that the sun wasn't, and that he lured the sun, then became God, who ate the sun, and watched the dream become. Oh, Not the way that I take it. It's just that I can't believe it. Why not? Because I don't have faith in the world. I've got faith in my father to show himself every day. Like just today, he didn't make the sun. So it's like, who made the sun? Obviously, Margarita and Tony, my beloved parents, did. But then who made their parents? Their parents, 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 their parents. Oh, then it leads back to I am. The one that made their parents, their parents, their parents. That's if I actually have kids. Ah. 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 That's because my nonnal died and he became into me. And that means my sister's grandchildren, my sister's children are actually my great grandchildren. Ah. 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 So that's what the sun is. I think so, the oldest bloke in the tower. Ah. Ah. So I'm British and Italian. Ah, right. So that means if you're British or Italian, then I'm your grandparent. Ah, right. From around those regions anyway. It's a bit hard now to chase, like when my mum was in Britain. Like if she actually started in Britain or she's like from Germany or somewhere. Ah, right. Same with my dad on the Italian side, they could have come from Spain or. Ah, right. Yeah. Ah. So you can go mum, mum's mum, mum's mum, and between the mum's mum and the mum's mum, between the mum's mum and the mum, there's room for like a dad. Well, yeah, can't go that way like we were doing the other day, but so there was today, and God aired the sun. Alright. Ah, so ah, special, ain't I? And my sister's children married to an African. I African American. I all right. Uh, son, grandparents, grandparents, mom, son. I was it always work the first time? And you're always incorrect after. My mum, mum's mum. Mum's mum's mum. Mum's mum's mum. Mum's 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 mum. Mum's 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 mum. Mum's 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 mum mum. Mum's 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 mum mum. Mum's mum's mum mum mum. Mum 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 mum. Mum 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 mum. Mum's mum's mum 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 mum. Mum's mum's mum 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 mum. Done. So how'd you birth all that? Because they're the sons. There's a gap in it somewhere. Like I said, I didn't create you, my son. But you created the fathers. The fathers. I created myself in a body, son. And created it when? Today. So I was here today, where God had made himself in a body. And out from that body became the God. Became God. And God was made in himself to rest upon himself. But when God came out from the body, he allured the same sun, and the sun became overheat. Then the sun that wasn't the sun said, no way to this air. For that sun wouldn't say the same if he was to wear. Now like this way, there's only one way to go. Unless you don't go that way, then it's not finding out for that way. If this way wasn't that way, then that... My apologies for the interference. I could say still the same. God. Died and rose and became the Son. Ed, the witness, who thought they made God. Then seen the Son. Then allured the Son, and God became. Then God rose, and the Son was Ed. Then the Son watched the dream, and then became. Can you guys stop interfering? Look, if you're so anxious about it, then don't worry about it. You know, if you're very anxious about something, then just don't worry about it. If you're very anxious about someone paying you back money, then just don't worry about it. There's no need to be anxious. Just don't worry about it. If you're so worried about, I don't know, looking stressed, then just don't be stressed. Like my mate drug dealer Andy once said to me, I was at his front gate and I kept messaging him, bro, you coming? He said, just relax. Well, alright, just relax. But he's the one telling me to relax. So obviously he wasn't relaxed when I kept messaging him. So just hurry up, you know. Is that how the head cracks? Yeah, so hot, and you've been hot for ages. Then you come back down, And just as you hit chill, you have another backy bong or another pipe and buzz, it cracks, you know. It's like starting your car up on a cold morning and to let it rev before you put the foot down. And to let it idle before you put the foot down. Yeah. Another way is by getting told, Trav, get out of your mind. And then Trav, live in your own world. And bang, I was on the exterior. Ah. You're saying, son, was never one of my beliefs. Ah. So I knew I was the son. I knew I was the son. It wasn't a belief of mine. I got told that I'm the son. Ah. You guys keep trying to murder me. Ah. My son looks worried. Ah. That's it, isn't it? What? I was once a woman, and the spirit longed to be with me. And you birthed kids, didn't you, mate? Long time ago, maybe, yeah. That's the only way I can configure it, son. You and the Spirit got freaky and she impregnated you. Like Mary, who was conceived with the Holy Spirit, conceived by the Holy Spirit. Yes, mate, then you birthed the Son. Maybe so, yeah. uh, 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 Joe Blob. Otherwise, God had to be made by someone creating. Did I get a clear reading? What name did I go by? Oh God, I have to dance. Then repeat the occurrence as an undersign. Then waved on that experience to look at himself dance. Then God had danced. God had seen for himself to show. Then he said, what would I show? So he aired himself and made within he the room that could be improved. The room improved. Then improved was the room. Improved was the room. Then out of the rooms became the proved. And the proved were only proving what couldn't be proven, because it wasn't for anyone. And still this day wasn't made by late. For there's not one way you could take. And still this day couldn't be made. For I'm not there to negate what I haven't been made as. But still not there today I've seen this self be. And I can't just believe what I am not to say. Unless I am to say, was it still my day to forget about that way? Or would I say today, I haven't seen what I am to place? If no one hasn't played, then what could I think if it's just my way that no one could take? Unless I'm not the place, then what will my name be? And if I am still not the name, then what names could I see? Without there not being any names, there never could be a first name. You're steady. You're worth every cent, mate. You're worth every cent, mate. You are, mate. I said it wrong, didn't I? Without there being any names, there can only be a first name. Friday. It's Friday. It's Fred, I believe, mate. It's bloody Fred, mate. And someone had to ask, now the person that was firstly named asked everyone else, sir, name? Like, sir, what's your name? I said, name? What's name? I said, first name. Name came first. Mr. Names. It looks so good today. I found a way to stay till I hadn't placed myself before they. Then I knew there was no way to escape, but my name couldn't be weighed unless it's stained, 'cause there's no mistake. And my name couldn't be faced unless I'm not there today. Then where would I make myself see the picture without anyone? 'Cause I couldn't say my name isn't for they who choose to take away All that might be made is one way that no one could take. And as I look to myself, I find there's nothing else. Without myself just being before they, 'cause I've never seen myself say, but I know there's only one mate who could show me the same without myself. And so it looks like I haven't made. Without my name being certainly way that I couldn't see in a window unless I'd been slightly played. 'Cause I couldn't think there's no way to escape what couldn't remain. Unless there's no page. 'Cause certainly I'm underway. So unless it's open, I couldn't see. What would you make without a name that no one could take? 'Cause I see it there. There's only one name, and its trees are bizarre. Ah. What? That ended up becoming where we lived. That became a seed and grew to star. Ah. Looks like an elf. An elf or a pope. He grew a tree, didn't he? Done the geometrical work to make the figurine. Afterwards, I knew that I could only make what was already named. So you can't make the second creation because it's not a different tree. It's the same tree. So it'll be the same fruit. And that slides down. Does it deposit the tree in there? Nah. It's done. Watched his dream. Then it became. What, and he cashed out and rolled out? Birth due the son, who my granddad, the father in the son, which was my father, and the son in the father. My nonno died. My dad died, whose seed was in me. So I became the son. Ah, ah, and my grandchildren. Ah, your sister's children, as well as ah, anyone in heaven. I am their father. Ah, the seed. And first names aren't a title. Do you mean and first names aren't a title without there being a pronunciation of the name inadequate? But it's never equipped if it's inquipped. For you can't find it if you stay for your way. Do you make yourself today? Or do you enable another plate without this plate being seen? Then would you make yourself the same if there was no waste? Then what day would you say? I'd say no way. Now look at my granddad who died way before. Yep. He had no sons. So his seed always lived in you, the grandson, from the moment you were born. Till he died. Then I rose. Like my father was still alive, so I dreamed. And my nonno died. It was in my father. My father was in me. Whose seed became my grandparents. Then my dad died. And I died with him. And my nonno seed planted. And I became. Joshua. Yes, Dad. You're home? Yes, Dad, you called. Where have you been? Out Wade. Why? Because I rested in name. Ah. So what made itself a plane? Sure, Charlie's granddad. You're the king then, mate. I am. He is actually. Now, if my grandson marries someone Chinese and have kids, then I'd be the father of the great grandfather of China. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You shut up! You're so sharp, mate. Hey, still brain activity at this time of the morning. What do you mean? It's simple, mate. Japanese mother and son come see me when I was homeless, and he gave me $15, I think it was, and I went and bought some texters. He was in his little karate suit. I think it was a black belt. It was a black belt, yeah. Thought it might have been Jason Tan, my doctor's kid. Not only that, but if God's in the world with you right now, exactly, thank you for that, then he'd be seeding every child. That's right, so God will be everyone's father. Besides your line. Well, if I'm my nonno, they're my great grandkids. I received it now. I received it now. I received it now. I received it now, yes, okay. 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 Yes, yes, your sister's kids are really your kids. My great grandkids. They're my great grandkids. That would be my dad's grandkids. But your nonno went straight to you because you're the youngest male. Yeah. Then my father, who was in my sister, would have been in the grandkids, and I'm in my father. That explains the circle, mate, how it's created. Still doesn't explain where we actually made ourselves like up here from, you know. It's just here today. It's an infinite loop. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As I was saying, so then, that's my side of the journey. Yeah. Wraps up everyone but China, doesn't it? Because the African Americans, the Negroes, you know, well, they came from Africa. Oh, my sister's married to an African. So that would be my great grandson-in-law, my grandson-in-law, my dad's son-in-law. Oh, yep. Which would be like the father of Africa. Yep. And then just leaves China out from the mix, one strain there. But China said they made the sun to keep us in that infinite loop. So how were they made? We made them. Everything's made in China, besides the Chinese, because they come from mandarins. Oh, yes, sir. Daddy, you're too sharp on Fridays. I'm going to take my kayak out. Don't do it. What? Because here the son had delusions. Yeah, in his head. You know, it was made, it was created. If I dig a hole here in Australia, dig a hole in your head, yep. And also dig a hole with my family and friends and loan companies, I'll get to China. Aye. Then I found Great China. You mean China in the cabinet? China in the cabinet. Ah, yeah. Yeah, right. And when they cracked my head, well, I believed God, you know. I believed God was real. I believed my mum was my mum. My sister was my sister. My dad was my dad. I also believed that my dad was Jesus Christ. Yeah. I believed I had grandiose beliefs. That's what they told me. I believed I needed sleep. So sleep became in the universe, basically. I believed I needed to eat. Yeah. So eating became possible for everyone else. For everyone else, yeah. And then I forgot to eat for a while. I believed 2 plus 2 equaled 4. So that equation became on the mapping board. Believed I couldn't draw. I'm getting better with my trees. Yes, Danny, you are, Danny. See when you look through the tree like that? Yeah, it creates a square everywhere. Ah. There you can't really see it. There you go. Ah, that's what he means about the right angle. Yeah, even when it's curved. Ah. Ben draws it way better. But he drew that out of the actual tree that he looked at, but still that's what it's like when you move around every tree. Every tree. Pretty much, if you move around it enough, like the whole thing, you'll see the square and the cube. Ah. So what's that prove? That's definitely created. Because there's a square. Definitely. You know, when it's like galaxies are all spinning around, there's no like actual order to it. Yeah, but to see a square in the tree, and pretty much in every tree when you move around it, you start to see now the branches at the front there that even might go like this, actually are right angled to make that square property like through the lining of it. Ah. I like that one. Right, then fit that into there. Yeah. Then it became and opened the seed and the heart wombed and made a tree in the air of the light of the sun and grew a drain. Ah. It became the main. It became the vein. And then tore down the rain. See? And you didn't prune that. No, someone else would have walked from my house, but see? Ah. See him there? One eye open, one eye shut. And even there. See him everywhere. Ah, shit, yeah. Shit, yeah. There. There now. Blowing like his nose. Full body on him. There. There with his nose there. You know, eye and eye. Oh, shit, yeah. There. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. You know, little one right there. Put my hands out the way, that is. Yep. Yep. Why is that doing that? Because he does that. Little one right there. I am with her arm out, yeah. Or a broomstick. Oh, yeah. You can see it better in the shade. When the sun's out, you can't see it so well. Look at that. That's where the sun will end up this afternoon. What, where that bright spot is? Yeah, right there. Or maybe over there, one of those two. It's probably set for there, but it goes there because it has to set down there. You know, it's over there at the moment. Oh, alright. That's where diamond shows everywhere. You're saying that's what God became? The plant. Then he rested here, might today. Then you're saying off the tree, walked straight in, man, flew in. Right there. Holy man. There. Man elf. There. Witch woman. There. Cheeky man. The monkey. Ah. Holy man. Yeah, with no nose. It's a koala's ear. Ah, it's a koala. Ah. That picture come up great. In reverse it is. Oh, there's God. There's the dog. There is little Jet. And there's the four heads. Yeah. Creator. Chinese isn't funny, bugger. Chinese isn't funny, bugger. What? They say they made you. So what's their system? Straight line. Over date. Comes to reoccur in space. Then made, China, the name that one rests with, to see blanketly, the name taken, and surface. Name. Name Wayne. Then dated, was China made? Yeah, I was made today. Made to do. Oh, you used to spoil my room. Huh? My room. Oh. Tree? Tree. Plane. Walk through tree and aim. And become into tree and fly. Then once lifted in the rain, it becomes the name. And then we're in fire by the tree. It's always named itself. For that day, no one could wait. But I haven't seen himself place without the great, and we couldn't face what our name would make, unless it's not our weight. But still today, we haven't been named, and our name can't be fade, unless it's not weight, because I can't take, unless my name ain't. But still my name ain't that name, without this name, not ain't been. For What's your real name then, Amy? I told you, Danny. Just a ghost, Danny. Just a ghost. Yes, Danny. Ah. God, can you tell me how it works? Name straight. Name change. Name predate. Name change. Then name draw. Name made. Then two names meet. 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 and true names were changed. In the name drawer, exceeds limits, the true draw. He's alive and awake. Yes, you know it's for sake. Without the place, there's no name that can change. Why? Because that man named us all at the start. So you can't change your bloody name. Ruins the rain. Ah. Can't make people slaves. Now all the calibre and shit in space rests in heat. Aligns you perfectly in the grid for smart access and smart success. So you don't mess with anything at all in the detail. Leave that to the bird. Oh. Oh, shit, yeah. That's why no longer is it Jesus Christ, it's now Travis Christ. Not even that. It's Dimitri Access. Oh. Keep the change going on. The Holy Man, the smart man, changed his name to Holy Man after the disaster plot. Oh, so they would have changed the whole rain window. That's right. Oh. Oh, yeah. Now you can see all the trees and shit actually look like this again. Means we're back with the main. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. So Daddy would just lose his leaves and then grow insane because his head can't crack against a beaten old track. Sure saying the man who made the genie. You're not seeing it. Yeah, right foot. uh, Twisting and turning of shapes. What made me God? That must be God. The flower. Ah. And flower grows on tree. Ah, and plant, and plant, and plant. Tree. Ah. And then becomes the same fruit. Same seed. So it's so real. What else would I be as a genius?